Hey everybody, welcome back to Daily Flash. Let's get you healthy out there. Could brain health lie in the choice of what you eat, either fish or red meat? Well, joining us now to talk about it is Hilary Brueck. She's health correspondent for Business Insider. Hilary, thank you so much to join us. Why should vegetarians consider actually putting some fish into their diet, become pescatarians, or maybe like meat, for optimal brain health? Which apparently it sounds like I need one of those others. Why should they actually consider that?
So this is a really interesting study because there's been a lot of research into the benefits of eating plants, eating vegetables, and we know that generally vegetarian diets are pretty healthy if you stick to, the non-processed foods. But this study showed something a little interesting, a little extra wrinkle in there, that people who were in their 80s and above, who had a little bit of meat in their diet, tended to have some better cognitive health than the vegetarians. So there
Okay.
were slightly fewer strokes, less dementia, fewer cases of Parkinson's. So suggesting that at older ages, a little bit of meat helps.
And is it because of necessary vitamins? I'm just going to pull stuff out just because I'm not an expert, but things that fish oil have in it as far as keeping the brain going. Is it because the meat actually might contain that sort of thing?
Yeah, you are right on there. They're not exactly sure what's going on
Yeah.
here. Again, this is observational, so they haven't like gone inside people's brains and looked at what's in there. But exactly right. Omega-3 fatty acids, your brain needs those EPA, DHA, and people can get them from plant sources, but there's more in meat and fish and eggs and things like that.
Would you mind kind of expanding a little bit more about how the animal products actually specifically benefit cognitive function?
There's just more of those nutrients, those essential fatty acids in the meat
Okay.
and in eggs and in things like chicken or fish. And so you often hear, about the benefits of fatty fish like salmon. And that is really like fuel for your brain, basically.
Just ironically, this morning I was talking to the camera guys, and they go, you're not a true vegan or vegetarian unless you tell like 20 people a day that you are for some reason. But it seems like a balance of everything. It seems like if you go one way or another, you're always missing out. And I bring this up because I said, for a year I'm going to stay off meat, and I found that I didn't have any energy, and come find out I needed the iron that had it in it.
Mhm.
Did things like this, did it inspire you to kind of explore the relationship between the diet, especially through vegetarianism as well as brain health?
Yeah, well, this study was really interesting because, as you say, it's all about balance. And what they were studying here was Seventh day Adventists. So these people,
Okay,
healthy food is kind of part of their religion.
right.
And so even the meat eaters here, they weren't eating like a bacon cheeseburger every day. It's like, some meat on their plate a few times a week, along with lots of salad, whole grains, vegetables. So to me, that's what makes it a really interesting study because you're comparing different healthy diets with and without meat to say it looks like, at older ages, above the age of like 75, 80, that's really doing something beneficial for your brain.
It makes a lot of sense. And, in America, we always seem like we always go to extremes. If we say, well, if we don't need meat, then we just cut it all out altogether. And that's, I guess, not
Yeah.
the solution. Let's talk about those blue zones. In the context of blue zones, where many people live long and healthy lives, how do you reconcile the benefits of plant-based diets with the idea that some animal products actually might be necessary for that brain health?
Yeah, well, the researcher I spoke to who conducted this study said he didn't really see any problem with being vegetarian when you're younger, if that's what you want to do, vegan, vegetarian, healthy diet. For a younger person who's able to really absorb those nutrients optimally from all the foods that they're eating. So it really was, his advice was, once you start reaching the age of like 70, 75, maybe start thinking about adding a little something. But, this
Yeah.
is still in line with everything we know.
It's great health. It's great health news, Hillary, and we appreciate you doing some investigative work on that and Business Insider. And if you want more on this story, you can head over to businessinsider.com and you can check out Hillary as well as other great articles.